Yeah, Chris?
Have you heard about it?
Have I heard about what?
Have you heard about the terrifyingly huge hole?
Who hasn't? But aren't you worried?
Worried? That pitch black, bottomless pit isn't really the size of 10 city blocks. It's just in the foreground.
And what about the grotesquely oversized chair?
Well, at least it isn't as big as the horrifyingly wide gap. It's bigger.
Okay. I've got one. That's not a nightmarishly huge gap. It's just an outlet store.
Where'd you hear that?
Everyone's telling it in the other half of the city.
You walk through that blank, featureless wasteland, but it's terrifyingly huge!
What can I say? I'm a size queen.
Yes, that's right! We're talking about the impossibly deep, pitch black hole that recently appeared at the center of town.
And we're talking about the unfathomably vast empty plain that separates the two halves of our fair city.
And we're talking about the incomprehensibly large chair at the end of that long, long hallway. We know that space, time, and logic make less and less sense now that so many sinister events have unfurled. More and more things are grotesque and immense now as we draw closer to the end of the world. And it's certainly not our intention to provoke. But you're in this cabaret we call Constellation. We can entertain the dwindling population. It's not a sedate show. We promise it's great though. It's the micro-theatrical late show called Viola Joke.
How many people who have peered through the door at the end of the shockingly long hallway does it take to change a light bulb?
I don't know. How many?
They'd rather sit in the dark.
What's the difference between the appallingly large chair and the nauseatingly deep hole?
I don't know. What?
You can remember the chair.
What do you get when you cross the unsettlingly vast, dark, featureless expanse that separates the two halves of the city?
I don't know, what?
About 20 years older.
Why did the man who had looked up at the disquietingly tall mountain try to kill himself?
I don't know. Why?
Because he couldn't shake the feeling that his face had been replaced by a blank, featureless expanse of skin.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Erica.
Erica, who?
Erica disappeared a week ago, and I'm really starting to worry.
Hey, your mom's so dumb. She doesn't understand why she can't recognize her own reflection.
Oh yeah? Well, your mom's so dumb. She thinks the deliriously tall mountain that casts its shadow over the city and permits us only a few scant minutes of daylight has always been there.
Can you believe this guy?
If you have something to say it to my face.
What face?
What face?
What face?
What face?
What face?
What face? Ha! I bet you thought we had lost ourselves in the fog, right?
Well, don't worry.
We're fine.
But you should have seen the looks on your faces. Okay, we see the frosty reception. Well, more like Antarctic. That you, our dear audience, has given our shtick. Sometimes black comedy can be cathartic, and that's why we've played such a hair-raising trick. And we realize our methods may seem a bit baroque. But when the laws of physics are collapsing like a flat tire, how can you respond except with ghastly satire?